this college or students coming from the adjacent colleges, I extend my namaskar to each and everyone. Perchance, this is the first time I came to this place. But the place is very lovely one and ancient. It is lovely because the entire area is full of greeneries, and it is most ancient and philosophically very much known due to Adi Guru Sankaracharya. It is my good luck that I am in Kalady, the birthplace of Adi Guru Sankaracharya, the most dominant philosopher not only of India but of the world. Why I say the dominant philosopher? Because whenever we talk about Vedantic philosophy, Westerners, they understand the Vedanta of Sankaracharya, Advaita Vedanta of Sankaracharya. I must narrate one incident. Few years back, I was in London. One professor of Sanskrit, he was also attending the conference. He asked me, is Indian philosophy dead after Sankaracharya? That was his question. So I inquired, why you are asking this sort of question? You can say, is Indian philosophy dead after Vedanta? Because there are very many shades of Vedantic philosophy. But he was uneasy, and he told that whenever we talk about Indian philosophy, we think of Sankaracharya. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's why I say in this very pious city, in the pious auditorium, that Sankaracharya is the most dominant Indian philosopher. I pay my regards, Shraddhanjali, on this very Jan Shatabdi or Jan Tithi, they are, Anil ji told that we are celebrating Jan Divas. So, Another thing which is striking, which another, this Swadhyaya Research Foundation is promoting indigenous knowledge, promoting philosophy, because ICPR, Indian Council of Philosophical Research, the task of ICPR is to promote philosophy. And wonderfully, this Swadhyaya Research Foundation is doing the same, promoting philosophy and philosophizing. And the college has been named after a great philosopher, but ICPR was unlucky because it could not, the ICPR as an institution, a great institution for promoting philosophical thoughts, created by Ministry of Education, central government, working within the nation and without the nation, inside nation and outside nation. This sort of international body could not come to this place. But when I took charge as a chairman, I made a very radical decision that ICPR should not concentrate only in the universities. It should go to the colleges. It should go to the remote places. And I hope under that scheme, it is not by grace, but under that scheme, we are conducting this seminar. So ICPR has decided to go to villages, to go to remote places, because philosophizing is one thing and doing research is another. One can do research in universities, but philosophizing cannot be confined to the universities. So even those who are not well versed in the discipline of philosophy, they do philosophizing. So the task of ICPR, which is promoting philosophy and encouraging philosophizing, hopefully this Swadhyaya Research Foundation is doing that. In collaboration with the colleges, in collaboration with the institutions, while inaugurating, I must deal with the theme also, little bit. The title, the theme is very fascinating, wonderfully framed and remarkably fascinating too. Bharath, ever aging and never old. Ever aging, never old. I wonder who suggested this? Did you suggest Mr. This?
Hari Krishna Sharma.
I see.
Hari Krishna Sharma.
But under your consultation.
He is like my younger brother.
Because sometimes back you asked me that instead of India, why not we should put Bharat?
Yeah, I don't use Hindi.
That's why I was simply guessing that there must be your contribution. I don't know, but the framing, the selection of the theme, it is a wonderful one. Bharat, ever aging, never old. This itself says a lot. The first, the change of the normally we talk about India, and there is nothing wrong in saying India, because if we say India at this juncture, after attaining 75 years of independence, nobody is going to enslave us. If we, but the beauty lies in how the sentiment and the expression of sentiment in Bharat, our sentiment, the sentiment of Indians. So, Bharat and India, they can be used synonymously, but the meaning and the feeling that Bharat conveys, it is not being conveyed by the term India. I will, being a student of philosophy, and as you know, if I don't find philosophy people, but I assume that some of the students might be of a student of philosophy. So philosophizing is conceptualizing. It is a critical reflection. It is certainly a theoretic consciousness expressed philosophizing. Philosophy is the expression of theoretic consciousness. So there are some of the one concept is Bharat itself. The another concept which requires to be explained by decolonizing philosophy, and the third concept is the Vedopanishadic knowledge tradition. So these concepts should be understood in right perspective. I don't find sufficient time, and if I have been assigned to inaugurate, I must be brief. So the third concept, the Vedopanishadic knowledge tradition. What is this? Certainly, our Vedas and Upanishad combined together. So the selection of the topic is very suggestive. The Vedopanishadic knowledge tradition. What is the knowledge tradition of India or Bharat? So when we say Vedopanishadic knowledge tradition, it is different from the Western tradition. Ved is a revealed. Ved has not been written by some author. It is revealed one. And Vedopanishadic knowledge tradition suggests that one should have a deeper knowledge. The deeper knowledge, the knowledge of soul. So, how this highest knowledge, Vedopanishadic knowledge, on the one hand gives Saguna Brahma, on the other hand gives the Nirguna Brahma. Shankaracharya talks about absolutism, non-dualism, monism. His intuitive knowledge gives the knowledge of the ultimate reality as nirguna, and the method is that neti neti. But on the other hand, some of the Vedantists, they believe in the world, existence of the world. Shankaracharya evolved Maya in order to become consistent, because if there are the reality of the world and the reality of the Brahman, if both are real, then there will be clash. And then there will be duality. And Shankar upholds monism. So in order to become very logical, he evolved Mayavad. And at last he negated Mayavad and lapsed into absolutism. Westerners discharge that Shankar's Advaitism lapses into abstraction. It is world and life negating. It is asocial. So the theme on which I wanted to dwell, that the charge Albert Schweitzer, a Christian thinker, has written one book, Indian Thought Science Development. In that book he has charged that Advaitism is world and life negating. Apparently the charge sustains. But philosophers like Radhakrishnan, he has refuted this charge, and most of the Indian thinkers, Sree and others, they have refuted this charge. So world and life negating charge. But here, what is if Vedanta is world and life negating, then what is the use of that philosophy which negates the world? What is the importance of the philosophy if it goes beyond society or goes beyond social aspect? But Shankaracharya, the one book I refer, Manisha Panchakam, in which Shankaracharya has dealt with the social structure. The social structure in India has been very in ancient time, unfortunate that on the basis of the caste system, a great discrimination was done. But how Shankaracharya, a great philosopher, wanted to eliminate this evil, the evil of the hierarchical caste system. And the hierarchical caste system suggests exploitation. So if we had propounded Advaita Vedanta, so Manisha Panchakam is, very many people might have read. And the story I am not going to repeat, that how the untouchable has opened the eye of the great Saint Shankaracharya when he asked him that if there is a non-duality or if there is absolutism, why you say, go away, go away. There is a celebrated since in Kalady, most of the people, they know most of the incidents are related to Shankaracharya. But the message is that Shankar's philosophy is not world and life negative. Rather, he wanted to mitigate by propounding Advaitism. He wanted to eliminate the hierarchical caste system. Because if everybody is the same manifestation of the same soul or God, if everybody is one, if there is Advaitism, there should not be discrimination. But society discriminates. It is a fact. But the philosophy which Shankaracharya propounded does not discriminate. Advaitism does not discriminate, and the hierarchical caste system prevailing in Indian society, at least the philosophy of Shankaracharya does not subscribe, and that is the great contribution of Adi Guru Shankaracharya. So with these words, hope I should not prolong. I must thank the organizers, and I must thank Girish because he had been the source of inspiration for me to come over this place. He insisted that. But after coming to this place, my perception, my personality has changed. And certainly I love to come away with these words. I thank you all. Thanks.